What if I told you the most unexpected camera launch of 2025 might actually be a DSLR? Yes, you heard that right. While everyone else is arguing about mirrorless bodies and AI autofocus tricks, Pentax has quietly been cooking up something old school, rugged, and honestly kind of exciting. And the leaks around the Pentax K-1 Mark III suggest this camera could deliver upgrades nobody thought Pentax would attempt again. Today, I'm breaking down the rumored specs, what they mean in real-world shooting, how it stacks against Sony and Nikon hybrids, and the one detail that could make the K-1 Mark III the most compelling stills camera of next year. Trust me, Pentax fans have been waiting a long time for this. So let's start with the headline everyone is whispering about: a 61-megapixel backside illuminated full-frame sensor. If this turns out to be real, Pentax would instantly jump into a higher tier of detail than Sony's A7 IV and Nikon's Z7 II. For landscape photographers printing massive panoramas, for studio shooters who crop heavily, for fine art photographers chasing every last micro detail, this is the upgrade people have begged Pentax to deliver for years. Pair that with Pentax's signature color science and fantastic legacy K-mount glass, and you have a camera built for texture, clarity, and depth. In a moment, we'll talk about why this sensor might matter even more for astrophotography. Now, this is where the story gets interesting. Pentax hasn't abandoned its identity. The K-1 Mark III is rumored to keep the rugged magnesium alloy body, illuminated controls, weather sealing, and of course the optical viewfinder that Pentax shooters love. But the leaks go further. Dual CFexpress card slots for fast burst shooting, an improved CFox 14 autofocus system, more precise in body stabilization, and yes, built-in GPS with Astrotracer. If you've ever tried capturing night skies without a tracking mount, you know how magical Astrotracer is. Point your DSLR at the Milky Way, let the camera map the stars, and boom, longer exposures without star trails. This is the kind of real-world feature Pentax excels at. Not trendy, not gimmicky, useful. Here's where the debate gets interesting. Even if the Pentax K-1 Mark III becomes a stills powerhouse, it's not aiming to beat the mirrorless giants. The Sony A7 IV brings 33 megapixels, great tracking, and strong 10-bit video. The Nikon Z7 II offers 45 megapixels, big dynamic range, and lightweight handling. Both have huge lens ecosystems and flawless hybrid performance. Pentax is playing a different game. If you're a hybrid shooter or need top-tier subject tracking, mirrorless still wins, and Pentax knows it. The K-1 Mark III is built for photographers who prefer deliberate shooting, an optical viewfinder, and maximum detail over video specs or rapid-fire autofocus. There's a reason DSLR shooters still exist in a mirrorless world. They want the tactile experience, the reliability, the battery life, the rugged build. But Pentax needs to nail a few things. Autofocus must be meaningfully better than the K-1 Mark II. Video must at least be competent, even if it's not mirrorless level. And they must keep the price competitive because Sony and Nikon already own the hybrid market. The potential weakness? On sensor AF is still an advantage Pentax won't have unless they completely redesign their system. So the K-1 Mark III will succeed only if it doubles down on stills quality and classic shooting feel. So if you're a landscape shooter, an astro fan, a studio photographer, or someone who just prefers the feel of a true DSLR, the Pentax K-1 Mark III is absolutely worth waiting for. If you need fast autofocus and modern video tools, cameras like the Sony A7 IV or Nikon Z7 II still make more sense. Pentax isn't trying to beat mirrorless, it's trying to perfect the DSLR experience, and that alone could make this release a real surprise in 2025. Are you excited for a high-resolution DSLR in a mirrorless world? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more.